can play. Don't let fatigue get to us. And just fight 4 quarters and just come with that attitude that we will not be beat. And next play, the play before that, I always think the next play and just have a relentless attitude of just getting after the offense every play 4 quarters.
You guys are on ESPN again on Friday. And, the last time against BYU, maybe probably not the show you guys wanted to have. Is there any of that, hey, man, we're on a national showcase again. Let's show the nation what Cougar football can do?
We don't really care about the outsiders, the critics, and what they have to say. All we care about is WSU Cougars and our defense. And right now what we're caring about is going in, shutting out this offense, and getting a win. ESPN or no ESPN, it doesn't really matter to us. We just want to get this victory.
There are kind of miscues and penalties on both sides of the ball that hampered you guys. How much is that part of the discussion this week and continuing to try and clean that stuff up?
These penalties and stuff, that's just mental errors, lack of technique, fatigue speaking. So, like I said, we're just learning to not let fatigue get to us and just focus on our technique and get better every week.
A lot of talk about the linebackers going into the season with some departures. How do you feel about the way you guys as a core have progressed?
I feel like we actually embraced the negative. And we actually took it upon us to be better than people thought we would be. So we kind of had a chip on our shoulder going into the season, and we worked really hard, just to open some eyes that think, hey, just because we lost a few guys doesn't mean that we're going to be the bottom of the pack in the linebacker core.
I know you didn't play against these guys last year, but were you at the game? Were you on the sidelines, or were you?
No.
Okay.
That's when I had my surgery scheduled.
Right. Okay. But I know it was a huge win. It was by a margin that this team hadn't really been used to winning by. How big was it for the team and for their attitude and everything that week?
It was a win, and it was by a lot. I don't think we were predicted to win by that much. So it was kind of just like an eye-opening experience, look at what we're capable of. So it was just kind of like a big motivation boost and just a confidence builder, really.
You set any goals for yourself per game, for the season, anything like that?
My goals are just to do whatever it takes to help this defense be the top in the pack, to go get that victory. I don't have any personal goals. I just want to see us win and be successful. That's it.
The second week in a row, you guys defensively a lot more productive, did a lot better job in the second half. What kind of halftime adjustments are you guys making to do that?
Like I said before about the halftime adjustments, there's no big adjustments. There's no big magic plays or anything. We just simplify it, and we just go play fast. That's all we do. That's it. We just go out there and play fast.
You guys are the linebackers are expected to do kind of a lot in pass rush, in dropping into coverage, supporting the run game. Are you still kind of adjusting to that, and is that what this early season is about, is getting your feet underneath you and starting to figure everything out?
I'd say kind of, sort of. It's not really figuring things out. It's all about being where you're supposed to be and being accountable and being able to use the right technique. And, back to what I said just about, being accountable, not being fatigued, knowing to go in and go out. So I kind of say it's just a type of deal where just being accountable, really.
Questions on the line for Darryl?
Darryl?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. It's Randy from Las Vegas. I just wanted to ask you real quick about your first impressions when you heard Coach Leach was going to be your coach, and ever since then, because obviously he's well known in college football and the offense he brings, the excitement he brings to a program. So when you first heard, I guess, how much did you know about him? And then going from here, what's it been like playing for him in this short time?
When I heard that Coach Leach was going to be our new head coach, I kind of didn't know what to expect. So, I heard a few things, but I never really judged him on what I heard or made any assumptions. I just kind of went in with the mindset we'll see what happens. And when I actually met Coach Leach and had a sit-down with him in a one-on-one, he really intrigued me. Thought he was a real cool guy and down to earth, and he just really caught my attention just by the one-on-ones that we had with each other.
And he obviously you know, he's a pretty eclectic guy. He has these interests in a lot of things other than football. Does he bring that to the team? Does he kind of tell you guys about his other interests? Is he outgoing like that in terms of everything that he kind of is into in terms of just not the football side of things?
I would say, yeah, he is. He doesn't really go into like his personal life or anything, but just every speech that we get from him and everything, it also ties to something besides football, but life. And he has a crafty way of, you know, putting things together from not just a football perspective.
Thank you very much.
Anything else on the line for Darryl?
Hey, Darryl, Bud Withers, Seattle Times. I wanted to ask you about a couple of your teammates. Cyrus Cohen had a fairly big game the other day. Have you seen him developing since you've been there?
Well, Cyrus has always been the guy who, he's really gifted. He's very quick on his feet. He has very exceptional speed. He's very gifted. He's one of the most gifted athletes I've ever seen in my life. And really the thing that Cyrus has been progressing on is just the position, knowing the position in and out. And if anyone who knows Cyrus, they always knew that he's always had the ability to be a great linebacker. It's just about, you know, him knowing his stuff. And as you saw this week, like, you know, he's starting to feel more comfortable with his position. That's why, you know, he's starting to stand out more, I feel.
Did it surprise you at all when you knew that he was a walk-on?
Absolutely. It was a shocker once I practiced with him and I heard that he was a walk-on, because a guy with this much talent and he doesn't have an offer, I was stunned. It was just hard to believe.
And I also wanted to ask you about your old fellow Floridian, Isaiah Myers, and realizing that it's on the other side of the ball. Have you sensed him developing in the last year or so?
Yeah. The thing about Isaiah also, I would say he's in the same case as Cyrus Cohen. Isaiah has always possessed his skills, as everyone's seen, versus Eastern Washington. It's just the type of deal where he was just getting adjusted and acclimated to the offense and, you know, the college football level. But always seen it in Isaiah, and he's a great player. And I feel like he's finally getting a chance to show everyone.
Do you guys happen to be close, or does it mean anything that you come from the same area?
Yeah, it means a lot. Me and Isaiah are actually really close. We're childhood friends. We played same high school, 9th grade, my junior year also. And every time we go home, we always train together. Even before we came to college, we always train together. So we're very close, and it definitely plays a big part.